So you can see I've got this bracket attached, and right now I just have this electrical staple just setting in there to test it. You can see as I let this go, the door does what I want and it closes it down correctly. So now I'm gonna tighten these screws down. You can see I can still move this. And I'm also gonna squeeze this staple down through here further, and I'm gonna bend this bottom edge to create an angle so it can't pull itself out like what it's trying to do right now. So I wasn't able to get the staple bent correctly to keep it from pulling out when the closer on the door engaged. So instead, what I have done is I have this roll of steel wire. This is galvanized, so it's not going to rust if it gets wet, or it's going to resist rusting. And this has a 55-pound working capacity. It's 1.6 millimeters in diameter, which is pretty thick and should give a pretty good amount of shear strength to this mechanism. So I'm going to feed this through and twist this off, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so here is the finished mechanism, and you can see right up here how I've got the wire twisted off nice and tight. I've got my 2 mounting screws up here secured tightly to the door so the bracket isn't going to move. This is snug, making the intersection between the bracket and the closing mechanism as tight as I can get it so that it works correctly. So let's give it a try now. Push the door open. And you can see that the closing mechanism now closes the door the way it is supposed to. All right, so there was a little home fix project for you. I could have gone to the hardware store and bought a whole new mechanism. It costs about $20, but I think that it's a good skill to have, to be able to look at a problem that you've got and see what materials you have laying around, and see if you can fix it for less. I probably spent about as much time doing what I did as I would have spent driving to Lowe's or Home Depot, buying the mechanism, driving home and installing it. So for approximately the same amount of time, and for $0 instead of $20, I was able to get my door fixed so that it closes the way I want it to. Hopefully, as you guys are at home during this time, this will maybe inspire you to, if you've got something that's broken, before you just run out and buy a replacement part, see if maybe you can fix it with materials that you've got laying around. And certainly if anybody has a project like that and you don't know how to go about fixing it, maybe you could take a picture of it or a little video and email it over, and we can post that in the classroom and see if we can figure out how to get those things fixed for you. Guys, have a good one. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll talk to you soon.